วัสดีค่ะ Thank you for joining us on Newsline. We are broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88 and on NBT World. It's Friday, August the 7th and you're with me, Tra Chirakausan. And welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, the committee in charge of National Village and Urban Community Fund has approved financial support for more than 700 villages. Minister Suwapan Tanyuwatana revealed that the approval of funding for 768 villages came in response to Tuesday's cabinet meeting, during which ministers voiced their concern for problems faced by upcountry residents. The committee still has to deal with more than 18,000 projects which are in need of further fund injections. The fund recipients are divided into 6 groups based on their needs and potential. Approval of the remaining requests is expected to conclude in September. The rehabilitation plan is expected to begin on August 15th. Results should be noticeable in November. Spouses of members of the cabinet met to discuss the establishment of a center for the development of quality life of the elderly before visiting the Creative Industry Gifts for Mom Fair at Klong Pradung Krung Kasem Market near Government House. The first meeting of cabinet spouses, chaired by Narapon Chan-o-cha, the wife of Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha, was held at the Santi Maitri building in the Government House complex. Initially, the meeting proposed a project to establish a model center for the development of an improved quality of life for the elderly as the kingdom prepares to cater for its aging population. The meeting noted that although such centers already exist in each district nationwide, these centers face difficulty in properly managing their operations and activities. The new model center would demonstrate how to organize creative activities that would be truly beneficial to the elderly. After the meeting, the cabinet members with their spouses visited the Creative Industry Gifts for Mom Fair. They browsed stalls, conversed with vendors, and made several purchases. The Ministry of Interior has held a press conference unveiling its plan to hold a handicraft exhibition as a tribute to Her Majesty the Queen. According to Deputy Interior Minister Suthi Makbun, the exhibition is aimed at honoring Her Majesty the Queen, who spent decades promoting the conservation and development of local wisdom and handicraft. Her Majesty the Queen's unwavering dedication led to the establishment of the Foundation of Promotion of Supplementary Occupations and Related Techniques of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit of Thailand, or support. Mr. Suthi said the ministry will also use the event to showcase and advertise One Tambon, One Product, OTOP goods and innovations. The government has set a target revenue from OTOP exports at 100 billion baht. The event will be held between August 8th until the 16th at Impact Challenger Hall 1 through 3 and Muang Thong Thani, and Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha will preside over the opening ceremony on August 10th. The Government Public Relations Department, or PRD, has officially opened the special music project to celebrate Her Majesty the Queen's birthday anniversary. Mr. Apinan Jantarangsi, Director General of the PRD, on Thursday shared the official opening of the Music in the Garden project at the PRD Auditorium. The project has been initiated to mark the 83rd birthday anniversary of Her Majesty the Queen, which falls on August 12th of this year. Included in the project are the signing of well wishes for Her Majesty, the exhibition to showcase all royally initiated projects, and the live musical performances by famous and legendary singers of Thailand. Mr. Apinan said that the PRD-operated television stations across the country will broadcast the Bike for Mom activity, which will take place on August 16th, while using the public to take part in this historical project to show their respect and loyalty to Her Majesty. Ratchaburi province has organized a yoga session for female prisoners in commemoration of Her Majesty the Queen's birthday. Up to 550 female inmates at the Ratchaburi Central Prison took part in a musical yoga practice entitled Yoga for Mom. The special event was arranged with a view to honoring Her Majesty Queen Sirikit on the occasion of her 83rd birthday anniversary on August 12 this year. The activity was a collaboration between the Kamlang Chai Project under the royal initiative of Her Royal Highness Princess Pacharakitayapa and the Prison Reform Project of the Faculty of Architecture, Ratchamankala University of Technology, Thanyaburi. People and state officials in Tak province have together delivered donations to Myanmar in an effort to assist victims of the flood disaster. Tak Governor Somchai Hathayatanti led relevant authorities and local residents in a ceremony to present Myanmar with donated items, including consumer goods, drinking water, and canned foods. The items were loaded onto the 3 trucks and handed over to Mr. Lu Go-u, Governor of Myawaddy, in order to be distributed to flood-affected people in the western part of Myanmar. The presentation came after Tak province set up a donation center for flood relief between the sister cities of Tak and Myawaddy. Since then, donations have been received constantly from local residents. Thus far, 12 provinces and regions of Myanmar have been submerged under floodwater after being hammered by torrential rains. Thailand's legislature has approved the draft law on the security service business and put it into immediate effect. Members of the National Legislative Assembly on Thursday deliberated the draft security service business law, whose key essence is the requirement for the setting up of a security service committee that will be responsible for the formulation of policies, operational plans, and measures for the business. These details will be adopted by the registrar, who will then issue regulations to set the standards for security services and reestablish the qualifications of security personnel. Under the new law, the operators of security services must seek a permit and set up a company to manage the business. The NLA's deliberations saw most members agree with the content of the draft law before the vote casting took place and ended with 172 to 1, with 5 abstentions to endorse the draft law. The Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, or BMA, has planned to use old concrete pipes as artificial reefs in the latest move to conserve marine resources. Bangkok Governor Mom Ratchawong Sukhumpan Boripat, Director General of the Department of Marine and Coastal Services, Chonlachit Suraswati, and Special Expert of the Royal Thai Navy, Vice Admiral Pongsathorn Chu Khair, jointly participated in a press conference for the Artificial Reef Project. According to the Bangkok governor, the conversion of used pipes into artificial reefs is intended to promote the propagation of coral and marine lives. The project is also part of the activities aimed at celebrating the birthday anniversary of Her Majesty the Queen. The Department of Fisheries, the Royal Thai Navy, and the Marine Department will also facilitate the mission. The pipes were dug up during the enlargement of the Monkey Cheek water retention area in Prawet district. They will be delivered to Marampung Beach in Rayong province. The University of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, or UTCC, has revealed that consumer confidence slipped for a 7th consecutive month in July. The Consumer Confidence Index fell to 73.4 last month as domestic and global economic uncertainty coupled with the prolonged drought crisis hurt consumption. The UTCC forecasts that domestic demand during the 3rd quarter will continue to slow. If the government accelerates state budget disbursement in time, then the economy is expected to recover during the last quarter. The university added that the economy is expected to grow at least 2.5 to 2.9% this year. A UTCC poll indicated that the majority of respondents sensed no improvement in the economy over the past year. In several years, Bangkok will cut the ribbon on the Bang Sue Grand Station, which is expected to boost Thailand's status as a transportation hub of ASEAN. There still is some time before this takes place, and to get ready for it, the State Railway of Thailand, along with the Ministry of Transport, held a press conference to inform key stakeholders about what to expect and to encourage interest in the mega project. NBT World correspondent Joel Gershon went to the event and brought us this report.
The railway system in Thailand will be transformed in just a few years, and the centerpiece to the new development will be the opening of the Bang Sue Grand Station in Bangkok, which is slated for 2019. The Bang Sue Grand Station will replace the Hua Lamphong Station, which will still be used in a minor way and will serve as a museum. But the State Railway of Thailand, or SRT, along with the Ministry of Transport, have very ambitious hopes and plans for the new station and the surrounding areas, as this station will be the jumping-off point for the new semi-high-speed rail that will connect Thailand with neighboring countries. The new station will also connect these trains with Bangkok's mass transit, commuter trains, the airport rail link, as well as the expressway system. In order to drum up interest in the new station and to help figure out the best ways to cultivate the area around it, which will be broken out into different zones for residential, for business, and for recreation, with a walkway that will connect the areas. The SRT and the Ministry of Transport held an event to explain what's in store and invited major real estate developers and investors, along with banks and commercial associations, to hear about it and to have the chance to give their opinions and share ideas that will be considered when the master plan for the project is compiled. The chairman of the SRT board, Sin Chiwapruk, was very optimistic about the event and what the new station will mean for Thailand.
It's a very good one, a very good project. And today, I have seen that many investors as well as developers shown their keen interest to invest in this project.
Other important attendees of the meeting were also quite impressed with the possibilities that the new complex will offer and seemed quite interested in becoming potential partners in this major project.
They want to hear what people think about the first idea. This is good. And sometimes they can go back and develop more options to build up the area like this. It's a crucial way to do big idea, big plot of land like this.
Creating the new area will give opportunities for residential, for the people who want to stay not too far from the CBD, but very conveniently linked to the city by the train. And Bang Sue Station, the Grand Station, will be very, very perfect for this kind of new generation of people.
The master plan for the Bang Sue Grand Station and the surrounding areas is slated to be submitted next year, and it's clear that this event was an important step in the process. For NBT World, this is Joel Gershon.
And that's the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Before we take a quick break, let's take a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The 9th core value, being conscious and mindful of actions in line with His Majesty the King's royal statements.
Even if we don't see them, they are amongst us. And they're hungry. Slay your power-sucking monsters. Take their power away. Did you know that the energy wasted by 80 million mobile phone chargers left plugged in at night is enough to power a city like Iloilo in the Philippines for one entire day? Think when you plug.
Swadee krab, this is Thailand at large. The show which is about to take you to the new experiences with the exciting stories.
With charming fascination. With a touch of Thainess.
Join us on NBT World. Explore with us and you'll know and love Thailand even more than before.
Multiple perspectives, insightful commentary on Thailand with The Insider every Sunday morning at 10:30 on NBT and NBT World.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. Visiting members of the U.S. Austin Business Council representing 29 leading American companies paid a courtesy call on Deputy Minister of Commerce Apiradi Tantraphon and discussed with her ways to expand economic cooperation between the two countries. Kun Apiradi revealed that after a visit that she had invited the U.S. businessmen to invest more in the fields that were important to economic development of Thailand to herald the arrival of the AEC. She proposed that they use Thailand as a production base of pickups and eco-cars for exports to the U.S. In addition, she also requested the U.S. to use Thailand as a center to produce automobile parts and engage in more joint ventures in alternative energy and IT businesses to support Thailand to become e-gateway in the era of digital economy. The U.S. is the third largest trade partner of Thailand with bilateral trade value in 2014 amounting to $38,000 million, or of that amount, about 1.4 billion was worth of Thailand's imports from the U.S. In terms of investment, the U.S. is the fourth largest foreign investor in Thailand, following Japan, the European Union, and Taiwan. Important export commodities of Thailand to the U.S. are computer sets and parts, Rubbermaid goods, television and radio receivers and parts, gems and jewelry, canned and processed seafood, as well as garments. China's Guangxi Police Chief Colonel Zhou Feng and his party visited Thailand's Buriram Provincial Police Station to observe their responsibilities in maintaining public security. The colonel said that he chose to visit Buriram because the province has become a world-famous tourist destination with several historical sites, a modern football stadium, and a world-class F1 circuit located in the province. In addition, Buriram also shares the border with Cambodia. Therefore, it was a good opportunity for the police to learn work of their Buriram counterpart, exchange security information, and further the good relationship between police of both countries. He noted that with admiration that Thai police work not only to cover basic duties in protecting people's lives and in crime suppression, they also lent their hands to public service, helping build on unity and solidarity of Thai nationals. He said that Guangxi counterparts were actually soldiers who served a mixed role of border patrol police and immigration police, as Guangxi shares a border with several provinces in China and is a gateway to Vietnam and also faces the South China Sea. Elsewhere around the world, a suicide bomb attack on the mosque of a local security force headquarters in Abbas City in southwest Saudi Arabia killed 15 people on Thursday, most of them members of the force, according to the Saudi Interior Ministry. The mosque in Aba, the capital of Asir province, was part of the local headquarters of the Special Emergency Force, the Interior Ministry security spokesman told state news agency SPA. The ministry earlier put the toll at 13, but later reported 2 of the wounded had died. Of those killed, 12 were members of the force, while 3 were workers in the compound, according to the ministry. The Saudi satellite channel El Kabra aired pictures of the devastated mosque interior. Men were praying when the bomber struck within their ranks, and the footage showed many bodies strewn across the floor, the walls, and ceiling spattered with their blood. El Ikhbariya broadcast pictures of Prince Faisal bin Khalid of Asir visiting the wounded in the hospital. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the attack, the latest in a string of bombings in Saudi Arabia. Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the bombing, according to a statement circulating on Twitter. The group said a suicide bomber had infiltrated a military camp for the Special Emergency Force in Asir province. It did not specify that the attack was in a mosque. Egypt staged a show of international support on Thursday as it inaugurated a major extension on the Suez Canal with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, with hopes, willpower, and economic turnaround in the Arab world at a most populous country. The former armed force chief, who led a military takeover 2 years ago but ran for president as a civilian last year, told a ceremony attended by leaders of France, Russia, Arab, and African states that Egypt would defeat terrorism. The $8 billion new Suez Canal was completed in just 1 year instead of 3 on Sisi's orders, but economists and shipping analysts question whether there is sufficient traffic and east-west trade to meet its ambitious revenue targets. After signing an order allowing ships to cross the new stretch of waterway, Sisi said that the work did not take place in normal circumstances. The canal expansion is the centerpiece of a grand agenda by Sisi to cement his tenure as the man who brought stability and prosperity to Egypt after he ousted elected Muslim Brotherhood President Mohamed Morsi in 2013 following mass protests. The spectacular inauguration was also intended to bolster his international standing in the presence of French President François Hollande, Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev, King Abdullah of Jordan, the Emir of Kuwait, and the King of Bahrain. French police continued their nightly pursuit to stop migrants from entering train tracks leading to the tunnel on Thursday. Thousands of desperate people make the 2-hour trek every night from their makeshift camp, which is known as the New Jungle, and attempt to find their way through the fences which surround the route. They then hope to catch moving freight trains which pass through 30-mile tunnel to begin a new life in Britain. Reuters saw a group of more than 30 people walking on the tracks before they were chased away by security and French police. The police searched through nearby long grass and bushes and looked under bridges to try to find anyone who might have evaded them. Eventually, they directed a group of people who had gathered in a field nearby away from the tracks. Calais has become one of the main frontiers in Europe's current migrant crisis. Thousands of people have been flocking to the French port from Africa and conflict zones in the Middle East in a search of a new beginning and, in some cases, a claim to asylum in Britain. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. Just simply type in NNT or check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. We are going to say goodbye with this footage of a blooming sun hemp field in Songkhla province. I'm Tra Thirakosan. Have a wonderful day. Sawasdee ka.